There's no place like home for the holidays, and one soldier didn't have a home to go to until he met a Green Bay couple. Fox 11's Becky DeVries has the story of how strangers became a family.
Oh, it's great to have them home.
Doreen and John Sandry's son, 27-year-old specialist Chris Sandry, is home on leave from the Army. Just a few weeks ago, he returned from his second deployment to Iraq. He's been in the Army nearly 10 years and has also served in Afghanistan.
You know, me and Dad have had our talks about everything he's done in his past in Vietnam, and you know, I'm coming out of my shell with everything that's going on in Iraq, and me and Dad, we really help each other with our issues due to, you know, both being in the military.
However, Chris didn't always call Green Bay home, and he didn't always call John and Doreen mom and dad. In fact, Chris, a native of Maryland, hadn't even met them in person until 2 years ago.
We actually met in a chat room online, and when I found out that he was in the service and just came back from Iraq, I had said thank you. And then we just got to talking, and one thing led to another.
That 2008 online chat led to Chris spending Christmas in Green Bay with the Sandrys after growing apart from his biological family.
I had nobody there on the parade field waiting for me when I returned. You know, no family, no loved ones, no nothing, and it hurt.
Chris says he never had a father, and communicating with his biological mother became strained after spending some time in the military.
She pretty much told me that she didn't have a son.
Everyone deserves a family.
During that Christmas visit 2 years ago, the Sandrys asked Chris if he would take their last name. He agreed, and they began the process for an adult adoption, which became finalized in January of 2009.
It means a lot, more than he'll ever know.
It was taking a long shot to say yes for this adult adoption. You know, would things go well? You know, was things going to follow like it did with my biological family? And you know, spending time with mom and dad, you know, I found things aren't going to go, you know, in different directions, multiple directions with them. You know, I have a stable mother and I have a stable father. You know, they're not John and Dee anymore; they're mom and dad. You know, they're the family that I lost, but I made up 2 times better than I did with my biological family.
Chris says if he had not met his mom and dad, he'd still be stuck in the rut he was in a few years ago.
They're the best thing that ever happened to me.
In Green Bay, Becky DeVries, Fox 11 News.
An adult adoption in Wisconsin involves the same legal responsibilities as the adoption of a child.